Welcome to Moments in Time and Space, a microfiction podcast, bringing you tales of horror and suspense with your host, Aaron Maracle. Hello everyone. Autumn carnivals are a core child memory. Thrill rides, sweet treats, and the flashing lights of the attractions are things many of us can recall. Three friends are about to experience a different kind of core child memory as they encounter a strange, haunted house. The sounds of the carnival fill the autumn night air. Molly, Carrie, and Jill stood before a large two-story structure near the back of the carnival. Bright lights flashed on the facade that displayed cartoonish monsters and scenes of exaggerated terror. A slender man dressed in a ruby-red tuxedo with a pencil-thin mustache stood behind a black pulpit in front of the structure. He waved to the crowd with an ivory cane and called out to the passer-bys. "Come one and all to Dr. Faust's House of Horrors and Terror Emporium. Within these walls await indescribable creatures who are ready to feast on your fears and make all your nightmares come true. Who here has the courage to brave what lies inside these walls?" shouted Dr. Faust. The three girls stood nervously and listened to the showman make his pitch. "Do you guys want to try this?" Molly asked. "Sure, it looks goofy," Carrie replied with a snort. Do we have to?" Jill asked quietly, not taking her eyes off Dr. Faust. "Come on, it will be fine. You can be in the back so Molly and I get all the scares," Carrie said. "I don't know," Jill said. "I get a bad vibe from this place." Dr. Faust made his pitch a few more times, and then spied the three friends standing near his attraction. The slender man pointed his cane at the three friends and called out to them. "What about you, my lovely trio? Care to step inside and experience my menagerie on the macabre? A mere $2 is all it will cost for you to have a lifetime of nightmares." Carrie led her friends up to Dr. Faust and handed him $6. The showman took the money and gestured toward the leering mouth of a large silver demon that was set into the left-hand side of the haunted house. The trio stepped through the mouth and began the journey of terror. The first three rooms were typical cheesy horror scares. People in rubber masks jumping out from behind black curtains, bored performers telling the girls in monotone voice to go back before it's too late, animatronics that worked fully and became stuck in comical positions. The fourth room, however, was something entirely different. In this dimly lit room, robed fingers chanted an unknown language as they stood around a tall, black statue of a goat-like creature. The smell of burning leaves filled the air, and it was uncomfortably warm. "Let's keep moving. I hate this room," Molly whispered. Before either of her friends could respond, the robed fingers stopped their chanting and turned their gaze upon the girls. The entire room was now silent, except for the quickening breath of the girls. "Let's go," Carrie finally said, and rushed out of the room. The girls practically ran through the rest of the haunted house while barely pausing and taking the sights. The remaining rooms were filled with the cheap scares they encountered earlier, but there was no time to laugh and mock them. Finally, the girls burst out the exit and scrambled down to the grass. They fought to catch their breath and their composure as well. "I was okay until that one room," Molly said, taking deep breaths of the night air. "Yeah, that one got me too. It wasn't scary, just downright unnerving," Carrie said, and she looked around. "Hey, where's Jill?" "She was right behind me, I thought," Molly replied. "Maybe she tripped. She'll probably be out in a little bit. Just needs time to catch up." Molly and Carrie watched the exit of the haunted house, looking for signs of their friend. A steady stream of people walked out of the haunted house, some looking very shaken, but none of them were Jill. "Carrie, what are we going to do?" Molly asked. "I think she's lost in there." "Yeah, me too," Carrie replied. Dr. Faust spotted the two girls standing nearby and smiled at them. He twirled his cane and gave them a small salute. "How's my house of horrors? Did it take your fears to new heights?" Dr. Faust asked with a broad smile. Yeah, it did. But we think her friend is still in there," Carrie said. "We think she is lost or hiding." A sympathetic look came over Dr. Faust's face. "Oh, my poor dears. That is terrible. I would tell the dentist to be on the lookout for her." "Would you like to go back through and search for her?" Dr. Faust offered. "No charge for admission." The two girls looked at one another and nodded. Dr. Faust waved them up the steps and toward the leering mouth of the Silver Devil. With tentative steps, Molly and Carrie entered the haunted house once more. "Good luck, ladies," Dr. Faust called after them, and then cackled a hideous laugh before going back to calling to passer-bys, hoping to lure more customers into his unnatural attraction. There is no such thing as a safe scare. Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. You can also follow me on Twitter at Moments in TAS. Feel free to recommend this podcast to others and help it grow. Please check out our Patreon page if you want to offer additional support for this podcast. The opening and closing theme is Creepy Night by Daniel Carlton. Until next time, be safe, be smart, and be well. See you soon.